Coming like never before. Mama said that it rain and it pour. I was told do it, nigga, like chores. Pray to God that I live to tomorrow. Me and Moody Wings, fuck what you thinking. Chopper or chopper, ambition the Benjis. Still going through it, nigga, now listen. 26, nigga, learn plenty lessons.
Welcome, guys, to my first ever interview. You know what I'm saying, that we doing, and we got them. You know what I'm saying? Let the world know your name.
What's good, y'all? It's Cryptoquis. My guy Vincent, man, out here just really getting the program out, getting the network out here, you know. Got the podcast, the Big Game and Crypto podcast, man. Yeah, man, here to really just talk about it all. You know what I'm saying? From whatever for real, you know, open for it, so get to it.
Okay. Now, for the people that don't know you, you know, like, tell them what you into a little bit.
Well, you know, been in crypto for, since about, 2020-ish? So not too long, but started around the pandemic, so around that time, you know, it was a little bit of, you know, like meme coin, well, not meme coins, they call them shit coins or whatever. So I got into those a little bit, you know what I mean, started stacking those, you know what I'm saying, and
Okay.
for real, you know what I'm saying, got into, yeah, man. Started off there first though, you know, and got into the NFTs a little bit after that, and a little bit of mining, you know, with phones and stuff like that. So yeah, man, started doing that.
All right. So, what was it like growing up in Michigan, Grand Rapids?
Man, you know, ain't no street news or nothing like that, man. You know, came up from, you know, good family, 2-parent home type deal. So, you know, man, I went to East Kenwood High School and shit like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Not too far, you know what I'm saying? But with the Baker College in Muskegon. So I went there for a couple years and stuff like that. But overall, growing up, man, just really, you know, just the hustle, you know, just a hustle as, you know, kid, just, you know, selling stuff, man, you know, shoes, clothes, all that. So, you know, trading cars and stuff like that was all into that. So, you know what I mean? That kind of stuck with me long term.
Okay. So, who would you say was your biggest influence when it comes to like music?
Man, you know what, I'm gonna have to say Big, man. You know what I'm saying? B.I.G. Definitely, I don't know, man, it was something about them, you know, the storytelling side of rap, man. You know what I'm saying? Once you heard Big, it was more or less so, you wasn't just hearing, you know, bars and punches and shit like that. So once you heard Big, you was hearing more or less, you know, a book in a sense, you know what I'm saying? Like street books and stuff like that, like, you know. So it was more or less so stuff you could, you know, relate to, you know, stuff you've probably seen in life and stuff like that. So that was a good way to really implement rap, I felt like, at that time period. But yeah, Big, definitely at the top though.
All right. So, what made you start? How did you get started in Bitcoin?
Man, you know what? I really I caught it around I didn't invest in it, but I caught it around 3,000 range is when I really started, like, you know, watching it. So that was, you know, 2015-ish, around that time period, 16. But I didn't really like tap in until like 2020-ish. So around that time period, it was around about, you know, 5-figure range. But in between that, you know what I'm saying, I had converted all my coins into like one Bitcoin. And yeah, man, messed around and everything, you know, the market tanked, you know what I'm saying? So my coins I got kind of wiped out the picture, you know what I'm saying? But first coin I ever had really was a Chinese coin, you know, it was out in China, man. It was did the little surveys and they'll give you rewards for the coin type deal. So I found that kind of early before I got into Bitcoin. But yeah, I heard, you know, it was a lot of scam and this and that and the other. So I really wasn't too, you know, I watched it, but I didn't put my coins in it until a little bit later on. So and after that, I started figuring out how to, you know, DCA, like dollar cost average and stuff like that. So once I tapped into that, it was kind of like, you know, game time for real.
Was it easy or was it like hard to do Bitcoin?
You know what? It at first it was, it was a little complicated. I think that might have been why I jumped into like Ethereum and started getting into more or less sort of smart contracts and all that. You know what I'm saying? It was more or less so the gaming side of crypto. DeFi, shit like that. So I more or less so looked at Bitcoin like more or less so overall investment. I didn't really, feel like, I, 6 figures is on the way. So it was more or less so, like a waiting game for me. So, you know what I'm saying? I knew in between the time periods that Bitcoin was gonna go up and down. So, you know what I'm saying? It's still early too. A lot of people don't understand that, but yeah, man, definitely that had some, that sold some, and converted all the different coins. So I done mixed up a little bit of here and there.
Okay. My next question for you is: do you listen to podcasts?
I definitely do. I kind of like a daily thing for me. You know what I'm saying? I more or less so on the daily I get about a good 2 to 3 podcasts in. So I kind of keep them in rotation. I mainly be in the cryptos and the the finances, the inside the votes and the social proofs and the you know what I'm saying, the brilliant idiots type deal, or what I'm saying, or some yes, just try to keep it in that area with them.
Okay. What made you start a podcast?
Man, you know what? Man, I really got a debate side to me, man. A lot of people, say that in general, but I think I came up as a kid really just challenging the status quos and shit like that. So for me it was more or less so like, okay, well, if I'm gonna go about it that way, then why not transform this energy into like a podcast, not more or less so just really getting, out, getting your word out as just like a president or speaker or, just public speaker or whatever, just really being able to get your sound out, just get your voice out whenever you felt like it. So I was I kind of was like, damn, let me jump into audio. So, that's kind of when I was like, yeah, let me get into podcasting. But I started the network around the pandemic. I started the network. That's when I really started things. I kind of kept it educational. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really jump into the whole, main event of it. But yeah, I was like, yeah, let me implement everything into the pod. You know what I'm saying? From crypto, music, all this stuff. Let me just bring it all together. Yeah, man.
And create it all under one tree?
Yeah, man. Just really, just
I feel that.
Yeah, keep it all connected, man.
Okay, so what message are you trying to send to your audience?
You know what? That's why I wear the, only scams joint. A lot of people see a shirt, be like, damn, he's a scam or shit like that. But
well, you got your own clothing brand too?
Well, man, I got the book, the book merch, man. I got the Only Scams ebook coming out October 1st. Yeah, more or less. So just a story about upbringing from me doing certain shit as a kid, man, and from middle school up till college and shit like that. So it's gonna be a pretty dope story, man.
Okay.
Yeah, dropping on Amazon and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely don't be preaching methods and shit like that. So I'm definitely in that area. But it's really just about the awareness. You know what I'm saying? I put people on game. As far as what's out here tricking you and shit like that. And how to protect yourself pretty much so.
Okay.
Yeah, man, that's pretty much the main goal with it. Get into the kids side of things, e-courses and little games and stuff, crypto games and shit like that. So that's really where I'm going with it though, man, for sure.
All right. Is there somewhere that if anybody wanted to like look you up and just like listen to your podcast, how would they be able to do that?
Definitely on Spotify and Apple Podcast currently. I got both of them in rotation, Big Game and Crypto. I definitely got them in rotation. We 57 episodes in. You know what I'm saying? So approaching 58, man. You know what I'm saying? Like season 1. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely got a bunch of stuff going on as far as crypto, NFTs, man. You know, blockchain, Web3, you name it, man. Like definitely trying to get it to YouTube, more or less, so get the live footage on YouTube. So once
Okay, hell yeah.
get the live joints going on, hop on there with it.
Okay, is you got an Instagram?
Yeah, yeah. Main Instagram, Cryptoquis, underscore Cryptoquis. You know what I'm saying? Get tapped in on there. Got the link tree in the bio, the main page on Instagram. So if y'all, you know, tapping in on there, the link tree definitely up in there. The threads, chat. I got a chat on there for folks who, you know, trying to get hip on game.
Okay. That was it for my questions. You know. But what's the what's the network?
Shit, man, the BGC.
Okay.
That's the pretty much the uncut side of crypto, man. We kind of just keep it, you know, just raw and general, man. You know, don't really keep it, you know, just let you know what's really going on inside the field of crypto. You know, I know a lot of these, you know, media sites probably be misguiding folks. So, you know, we kind of try to keep it straightforward on what's really going on. From people losing money to people making money, you know what I'm saying? The utility side of crypto in general.
All right.
Yeah, but so like I said, you know, just gonna be really just educational courses coming on YouTube as well. Just, you know, putting people on game as to how to, you know, utilize crypto in general. But yeah, man, network, man. We're trying to get the NFTs and the music collided, you know, showing people how to really secure their music, you know, rights and shit like that. So, you know, blockchain, you know, it's for everybody to see, you know, can't nobody duplicate you. So it'd be like, you know, once we collide them efforts, you know what I'm saying? I feel like,
hell yeah.
you know, we cut out the labels, you know what I'm saying? And hey, get straight to the bag, just like Tory Lanez, man, when he sold 1 million copies, when he was on the, you know, blockchain, you know, sold his records for $1, sold 1 million records, you know what I'm saying?
Shit like that.
Facts, man, you know, I think that's really why we, you know, in it for real, you know, just in general, just really having the rights to all this shit, you know, don't really need no label or, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, I tell everybody they you know, you your own label, you know, you do this, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So it'd be, when they come to the blockchain and stuff like that, it'd be more or less so cutting the paperwork out. You know what I'm saying? You cut that out, you know, so everything, you know, handheld, phone, accessible, you know what I'm saying? So you ain't gotta go too far for it, you know. Yeah, man, the big game in crypto, man. Definitely trying to get out here. I'm looking to do, you know, collabs with, you know, artists and stuff like that. And like I said, you know, we done did our little network, man. So it's like, you know, trying to keep it going. You feel me?
Hell yeah. Keep the torch going.
You know what I mean? For real, man. It's like, you know,
the marathon don't stop.
Facts, man. I'm like, shit, you know. I've been in this so long now to the point where it's, you know, I done decided to just trade crypto. You know what I'm saying? So now more or less, so instead of me just buying, you know, Bitcoin as a whole, our dollar cost average, you know what I'm saying? So when the price low, I buy it, hold it, and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Or might sell, might not.
Okay.
But more or less so I just do stock options, you know what I'm saying? So more or less so crypto options. So I just trade those, man. I'm really just a crypto scalper, you know what I'm saying? So I buy low or buy high and, you know, sell it off.
Okay.
So that's pretty much what I'm into, man.
So I ain't gonna lie, I got I got some more questions or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think about Charleston White?
Oh man.
I'm just gonna get down to it. We just gonna.
Man, I really like, I look at Charleston and I be like, man, he remind me some of the OGs that I ran into, It'd be like, just the organic, just being him. I done seen that person in real life type deal, you know what I'm saying? So it'd be like, can't be bad at the band. I mean, I know the band say outlandish shit and whatnot, you know what I mean? But it'd be like this stuff he do behind the scenes for the kids and, stuff like that, man. It'd be like, you gotta respect that, man. But, everybody like this internet entertainment, man. So it'd be like, the stuff he doing be, little views and shit. So,
Yeah, they be on his head.
You know,
Sometimes he be saying some wild stuff though.
I mean, yeah, I'm saying, like, I feel like he be trying to break the ice a little bit, say the shit that motherfuckers be wanting to say, but don't say it.
That makes
You know
sense.
what I'm saying? And then, but him being an OG and shit like that, so, he really gonna say what he wanna say, you feel me?
Yeah, he at that age where, he can say whatever he want to say and nobody do nothing. Because he old,
Yeah, facts, man. Facts, big gang.
You hear he be spraying people with pepper spray and shit?
Shit, man, I wouldn't be surprised, man. Look, that nigga say he got the law enforcement on his side, and that man might be on that same shit. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
It'd be like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that shit, that nigga ain't too big. You know what I mean? So yeah, he gonna spray something.
For sure. But my next question is, you be listening to any of that New York drill?
Man, you know what? Definitely, man. Man, when I more or less, I mean, I like the J. Chris shit. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. I like that bounce, man. Like the more, it's really looking like, Ice Spice killing the game with the shit. She done took the beat to a different like style, you know what I'm saying? So more or less, so like, you know what I mean? They got that bounce to it now, more or less. So just and then it just being drill, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, I like the Jay Critches, man. Shit, I heard I was on the K Flocks and shit for a little bit.
Okay.
So a few of them guys and shit, man, for a little bit. Some ended up in jail and shit, so.
In jail.
You know what I mean? Now, shit, I mean, I don't know.
I used to listen to Pop Smoke,
Yeah, Big Pop and shit, man. That was the vibe, though. That's what really, like, I feel like started the shit for real. Like, that vibe came, you know what I'm saying? At the time, I was listening to UK rappers and seeing what their vibe was. And they was kind of in that same bracket a little bit. So it was more or less so like, damn, now, and then Pop grabbed it and shit. So then after that, he had to dance to it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Now they dancing and drilling.
Man, you know what I'm saying? It was like, it wasn't like that Soulja Boy era, though. It was different, man. Even with the dance and shit, now you got, JD Block Boys and shit like that. The boys out here doing it different, man. But,
them young cats turning up out here,
Man.
Especially in my generation too. It was Soulja Boy, just like how you said he was coming out with the dances.
Yeah. I was like, shit, man. Around that time, I mean, that was shit, the ringtone era.
Yeah.
That was you know what I'm saying? That was the ringtone era shit, man. Next Tales and shit, you know what I'm saying? That was my hustle then, you know what I mean? Which is in the book, you know what I mean? All these scams and shit. Next Tales that was my hustle then. I was, I was buying shit, a whole bunch of motherfucking ringtones at the time. We had to go to the store and shit, hook our phones up and shit like that, They hooked that shit up to the computer, pay like $2-3 a song to get it put on your phone. And they was cleaning up, bro. They was cleaning up then. Now that I think about it, I'm like, damn, I heard Akon on Drink Champs and shit, man. He was talking about how he kind of interrupted that whole process by talking to a lawyer about the ringtones and shit, man, and how like damn, like we getting a cut of this. You know what I'm saying? You know, they would say, them little 10, 20, 30-second records, man, was doing like $2, $3 a pop. You know what I'm saying? So you wasn't getting the whole track for no ringtone. So it was like, you know what I'm saying? That was a lot of money back then. If you selling millions of ringtones, you feel me? That was a big bag. So that's why I like Akon, smart rapper, man. I like the smart rappers, man. And he ended up getting his deal implemented in that process. So it was like, it's like now that, you know what I mean, with the streams, I feel like, Drake kind of made that kind of imbalanced a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Once you get 1 billion streams on the platform now, it's more or less so like, like damn, millions of streams kind of get a little bit diluted. You know what I'm saying? Even though, like I'll be telling you, the consistency, as long as you're consistent and shit like that, you'll make your money and shit. But for the average, person trying to just drop a track out here and think they finna run it up, and might hit a couple million people, you know what I'm saying? That might not do it sometimes. So it'd be like, the consistency with it, you know what I'm saying? Like how Drake did it, you know what I'm saying? He only there because of the consistency, you know what I'm saying? The man sat up here, did all these records, shit back in, when I was in, high school, college and shit like that. It's like, up till now, like damn, this nigga dropped a lot of music, you know what I'm saying? So that's, that consistency be counting, man. You know what I'm saying? Facts though.
Yeah, and to have to have the content too. Cause you can make a lot of content, but if it's not like at least like good content, it's no point.
Man, it'd be like, execution, presentation is everything, man. Especially when it come to, being out here, doing what we doing, music, whether, podcasting or, whatever, that presentation matters. So, once you get ready to drop, it'd be like, yeah, you want to dress it up nice, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you good money. And, yeah, man, get ready to shoot for real.
For real. But, what else was I was gonna say? What music do you think you listen to the most?
Right now, I'll be mixing it up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I kind of, like the, J.D., Black Boys, and I like the, like Lil Baby and shit, man, Dirt. Been listening to Burna Boy and, a little bit overseas cats and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been vibing a little bit. Been trying to mix it up, man. Keep that sound. I be feeling like, the sound bring out the creativity and shit you doing too, man. Like, you know what I mean? It'd be like, I be listening, I keep it balanced, I try to listen to, side A's and shit like that. Like, I listen to the classics and stuff like that still too. So it'd be like, you balance all that, man. Make life a little bit, smoother and shit, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I definitely try to tap into all the artists, you know what I'm saying? The Nickies, Cardis and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? The Scissors, Summer Walker's all up, you know what I mean? Usher, you know what I'm saying? 50 Cent. I know Nas. I've been on Nas a little bit, heavy, listening to his album. I like how he done, just his consistency, like, you know what I'm saying, just really staying on point with the balance in his records, man. It's just timeless, you know what I'm saying? You'll hear it and it'll sound like, the first time you heard it, you know what I'm saying? So it'd be like, the new track he got with 50, you know what I'm saying? That shit cold. Benny the Butcher, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
So, in Grand Rapids, have you heard any good rappers or people coming out of Grand Rapids?
Man, definitely, man, my guy, you yourself, you feel me? You got records coming out and shit. shit, alongside, I want to say my guy Dana, DNA and shit, man. Dropping shit. Then my guy Slogan Boo out here popping shit. And my guy Deuce B got some hot shit popping, man. Swag, Huff. Man, it's a lot rotating, sagging, you know, Tote. Man, some slappers out here, man. I want to say, man, it's a good amount of music rotating, man. I think it's time for that summer jam vibe to go down, man. It's enough hot folks and shit, man. It's like, yo, you know, good sounds and rotation for real. You know?
Yeah. But I was gonna say, do you have any? Are you featured on any of them?
Man, you know what? I've been more or less so working with my guy Ruben, man. Ruben Martinez and shit. My guy got the guerrilla music going on. So other than the solo tracks, you know what I'm saying, and the shit we done did as a whole, you know, and shit like that on the side, I was more or less so tapping into the, you know, just artists, just you know, just I guess you could call it more or less so the artist development kind of, you could say in a sense, you know, just tapping in with him and really just, you know, like, okay, you know, you got all the artists, you know, good money and shit like that. Everybody styled and, you know, everybody rotating. So it'd be like more or less so just, you know, figuring out how to add to that, you know what I'm saying? So it'd be like, you know, if I got some shit going and, you know, I got something I want to input, I hit him, be like, yo, I got this on the flow, or, you know, damn, maybe you should, you know, duck off this way type deal, you know, might be something up this avenue type deal. So it'd be like, yeah, just, it's really networking for real in the industry as a whole, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man, it's been my lane in this shit for real, but you know.
Okay. That's my final question for you. It was nice having you, you know what I'm saying?
You know, my guy and shit, man, you know. Had to bring a big game of crypto podcast on here, man. Definitely show love and shit, man. Like what you doing, man, for real. Like I said, man, we it's time to really just get it out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Tap in, you know, do interviews and stuff like that, so, you know, when we can and shit, man. And really just let the people know, you know what I'm saying, what we doing, man. I feel like, you know, that's how we get the engagement and shit, and, you know, that's how we pop off, man. You know what I mean?
All right, thank you. I want to give you your flowers too, you know. You doing your cryptocurrency. I see you stepped your game up. You come with the Only Scams t-shirt now. You got the podcast going.
You know.
And I just hope everything just, you know, you just keep going and keep grinding. And God bless you.
Man, facts, man. Appreciate you, G. Same to you and shit, man. Keep with the tracks, man. Got the heat already. It's like, you know, like I said, man, it's just waiting to explode for real, man. But yeah, man, like I said, man, we jumping off the ebook. You know what I'm saying? Got the episodes popping, the big game of crypto, man. You know, Spotify, Apple. You know what I'm saying? Coming to YouTube, subscribe. Like I said, everything in the LinkTree for sure. Big game, BGC podcast. You know what I'm saying? We up, man.
All right.